paragraph page 299. Okay. And
Yes.
our last head word was funny, new word type of lesson.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with our revision. Okay, let me just
Okay.
scroll down. Okay, here we go. First question. Do you know anybody who keeps birds at home? Do you know anybody who keeps birds at home? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
don't
don't know
anybody
anybody
who keeps
who
birds at
keeps
home.
birds at home.
When people go on holiday, do they generally prefer to fly or go by train? When people go on holiday, do they generally prefer to fly or go by train? When people
When
go
people
on
go on
holiday, they
holiday,
generally
they
prefer
generally
to.
prefer to fly.
Can a bird fly quicker than a plane? Can a bird fly quicker than a plane? No, a bird
No,
can't
a
fly
bird can't
quicker
fly
than a plane.
quicker than a
It
plane.
flies slower
It flies
than a
slower
plane.
than a plane.
Can a chicken fly? Can a chicken fly? Yes, a
Yes,
chicken can
a
fly,
chicken can
but
fly,
not very
but
far.
not very far.
Have you ever dreamt you could fly? Have you ever dreamt you could fly? Yes or no?
No,
I've never
I
dreamt
never dreamt
I could fly.
to
One more.
dreamt.
No, I
No,
never dreamt
I've
I
I
could
never
fly.
dreamt I've never dreamt I
I
could
could fly.
fly.
Very good. Okay. What's the difference between thick and fat? What's the difference between thick and fat? The difference
The
between
difference
thick and
between
fat is
thick
that
and fat
we
is
use
that
thick
we
for
use
things
thick for
and
things
fat for
and
people
fat
and
for
animals.
people or and animals.
Very good. Are you fatter than your mother? Are you fatter than your mother? Yes or no?
Yes,
I'm
I'm
fatter
fatter
than my.
than my mother.
Who's the thinnest person in your family? Who's the thinnest person in your family? My
My mother
is
is
the
the
thinnest
thinnest
person in my.
person in my family.
Right. Do people generally become thinner as they become older? Do people generally become thinner as they become older? No. People
No,
don't
people
generally
don't
become
generally
thinner as
become
they
thinner
become older.
as they become
They become
older.
fatter.
They become fatter.
Very good. What's the past of the verb to swim? What's the past of the verb to swim? The past of the
The
verb
past
to
of the
swim
verb to
is
swim
swam.
is swam.
Did you swim last summer? Did you swim last summer? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
didn't
didn't
swim
swim
last
last
summer.
summer.
What is the past simple and the past participle of the verb to lose? What is the past simple and the past participle of the verb to lose? The past
The
simple
past
and the
simple
past
and the
participle
past
of the
participle
verb to
of the
lose
verb to
is lost.
lose is lost.
Have you ever lost your way in a large city? Have you ever lost your way in a large city? Yes or no?
Yes,
I've lost. I've
I've lost
sometimes
I've
lost my
sometimes
way
lost my
in a
way
large city.
in a large city.
Have you ever lost anything worth a lot of money? Have you ever lost anything worth a lot of money? Yes or no?
No,
I've never
I've
lost
never
anything
lost
worth
anything
a lot of money.
worth a lot of money.
What's the difference between each other and one another? What's the difference between each other and one another? The difference
The
between
difference
each
between
other
each
and one
other and
another
one
is
another
that
is
we
that
use
we
each
use
other
each
for two
other
people or
for two
things,
people or
and
things,
one another
and
for
one
more than
another
two
for more
people or
than two
things.
people or things.
Give me an example. Give me an example, please. You and I
You
are
and
speaking
I
to each
are
other.
speaking to each
The
other.
students speak
The
to
students
one
speak
another
to one
after the
another
lesson.
after the lesson.
Do we look at each other during the lesson? Do we look at each other during the lesson? Yes, we look
Yes,
at
we
each
look
other
at
during
each
the
other
lesson.
during the lesson.
Do we shake hands with each other at the beginning of the lesson? Do we shake hands with each other at the beginning of the lesson? Yes or no?
No,
We don't shake
we don't
hands with
shake
each
hands
other
with
at
each
the
other
beginning of the
at the
lesson.
beginning of the lesson.
Wait, do your country and England play football against each other? Do your country and England play football against each other? Yes or no?
Yes,
My
my
country
country
and
and
England play
England
football against each
play
other.
football against each other.
Do Italy, Germany, Russia, and England play football against one another? Do Italy, Germany, Russia, and England play football against one another? Yes, Italy,
Yes,
Germany,
Italy,
Russia,
Germany,
and England
Russia, and
play
England
football
play
against one
football
another.
against one another.
Do the countries of Europe do business with one another? Do the countries of Europe do business with one another? Yes, the
Yes,
countries of
the
Europe
countries of
do
the Europe
business with one
do
another.
business
With one
with one
another.
another.
Very good. One more. Yes, The
Yes,
countries of
the
Europe
countries of
do
Europe
business
do
with one
business
another.
one another
With one another.
with one another.
Which language do the students speak to one another in after the lesson? Which language do the students speak to one another in after the lesson? The students speak
The
to one
students speak
another in
to one
Japanese
another in Japanese
after the
after
lesson.
the lesson.
What's the past of can? What's the past of can? The past of
The
can
past
is
of
could.
can is could.
What's the future of can? What's the future of can? Can has no
Can
future.
has no future.
Therefore, we use
Therefore, we
be
use
able
be
and
able
say, I will be
and say
able.
will be
I
able.
will be able.
I will be able.
Well, what's the infinitive of can? What's the infinitive of can? Can has no
Can has
infinitive.
no infinitive.
Therefore, we use to
Therefore,
be
we
able.
use to be able.
What are the three forms of be able? What are the three forms of be able? The three
The
forms
three
of
forms
be able
of be
are
able
am able,
are am
was
able,
able, been
was
able.
able, being able.
Very good. Were you able to speak English a few years ago? Were you able to speak English a few years ago? Yes or no?
No,
I wasn't
I
able to
wasn't
speak
able
English
to
a
speak
few years
English
ago.
a few years ago.
Are you able to reach this book without standing up? Are you able to reach this book without standing up? No, I'm not
No,
able to
I'm not
reach that
able
book
to reach that
without
book
standing up.
without standing up.
Will you be able to speak English well if you study a lot? Will you be able to speak English well if you study a lot? Yes, I'll be
Yes,
able to
I'll be
speak
able
English
to
well
speak English
if I
well
study a
if
lot.
I study a lot.
Have you ever been able to answer all the questions I have asked you without too much difficulty? Have you been able to answer all the questions I have asked you without too much difficulty? Yes or no?
No,
I haven't
I
been able to
haven't been
answer all
able
the
to
questions
answer all the
you've asked
questions
me
you've asked
without too
me
much
without too
difficulty.
much
Some
difficulty.
I have
Some I have,
and some I
and
haven't.
some I haven't.
Very good. Tell me the names of some things that we make in factories. Tell me the names of some things that we make in factories, please. The names of
The
some
names
things
of
that
some
we
things
make in
that we make
factories
in
are
factories
cars,
are a
pens,
car,
etc.
cars, pens, etc.
Right? Do you think work in a factory can be pleasant? Do you think work in a factory can be pleasant? Yes or no?
No,
I don't
I
think
don't
work
think
in a factory can
work
be
in a factory
pleasant.
can be pleasant.
Right? Do soldiers wear ordinary clothes? Do soldiers wear ordinary clothes? No,
No,
soldiers don't wear
soldiers don't
ordinary
wear
clothes.
ordinary
They wear
clothes. They
uniforms.
wear uniforms.
Can you paint? Can you paint? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
can't
can't
paint.
paint.
Very good. How much does it cost to stay in an ordinary hotel for one night in your town? How much does it cost to stay in an ordinary hotel for one night in your town? It costs
It
about
cost about 10,000 yen
to stay in
to
an
stay
ordinary
in an
hotel
ordinary
for one
hotel
night in my
for
town.
one night in my town.
Very good. Can you understand all the words when you listen to a song in English? Can you understand all the words when you listen to a song in English? No, I
No,
can't
I can't
understand all the
understand
words
all the
when I
words
listen to a
when I
song
listen
in
to a
English.
song in English.
Very good. What's the difference between the words fun and funny? What's the difference between the words fun and funny? The difference
The difference
between the words
between
fun
the
and
words
funny
fun and
is
funny
that we,
is that
if something
we
is fun,
keep something is fun,
we enjoy it.
we enjoy it.
Whereas if something
Whereas
is
keep something too funny
funny, it
is
makes
funny.
us laugh.
It makes us laugh.
Very good. One more. The difference between
The
the
difference
words
between
fun and
the
funny
words fun
is
and
that
funny
if something
is
is
that
fun,
keep
if
something
something is fun,
it's something to
one more, if something is fun,
if something is fun,
we enjoy it.
we enjoy it.
Whereas if something
Whereas
is
if
funny,
something is funny,
it makes us laugh.
it makes us laugh.
Very good. Do you sometimes go shopping with your friends at the weekend for fun? Do you sometimes go shopping with your friends at the weekend for fun? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
sometimes go
sometimes
shopping with
go
my
shopping
friends
with my friends
at the
for
weekend for
at the
fun.
weekend for fun.
What's the funniest film you've ever seen? What's the funniest film you've ever seen?
ABC Films
Is the funniest film
is the funniest
I've ever
film
seen.
I've ever seen.
Very good. Okay, so that's the end of our revision. Let's have new work. Okay, so now let's talk about the three forms of some important verbs. Okay, so repeat after me. Okay, this is quite a few. Have, had.
Have, had.
I'm able, was able, been able.
I'm able, was able, being able.
Begin, began, begun.
Begin, began, began.
Know, knew, known.
Know, knew, known.
Swim, swam, swum.
Swim, swam, swam.
Take, took, taken.
Take, took, taken.
Shake, shook, shaken.
Shake, shook, shaken.
Write, wrote, written.
Write, wrote, written.
Forget, forgot, forget, forgotten.
Forget, forgot, forgotten.
Break, broke, broken.
Break, broke, broken.
Eat, ate, eaten.
Eat, ate, eaten.
Very good. So those are the examples of the three forms of some important verbs. Another example is for present. I eat fruits and vegetables. Past tense. I ate fruits and vegetables yesterday. Past participle. I have eaten a lot of fruits and vegetables. Let's practice. Have you had your lunch today? Have you had your lunch today? Yes or no?
No,
I haven't
I
had my
haven't
lunch
had
today.
my lunch today.
Have you always been able to speak English as well as you speak it now? Have you always been able to speak English as well as you speak it now? No, I haven't
No, I
always been
haven't
able
always been
to speak
able
English
to
as
speak
well as
English
I
as
speak it
well as
now.
I speak it now.
Has the autumn begun? Has autumn begun yet? No, autumn
No,
hasn't
autumn
begun.
hasn't begun.
Have you ever known anybody who could speak more than five languages? Have you ever known anybody who could speak more than five languages? Yes or no?
No,
I've never
I
known
never
anybody
know
who could
anybody
speak
who could
more than
speak
five
more than five
languages.
languages.
What's the furthest you've ever swum? What's the furthest you've ever swum? The furthest
The
I've ever
farthest
swum
I've
is
ever swum is
uh,
200 meters.
200 meters. Very good. Next, repeat. Simply.
Simply,
Very good. Okay, listen. Simply is an adverb. Simply is the synonym of only. Simply only. For example, it isn't possible to learn English only by listening to English songs. Or we can say, it isn't possible to learn English simply by listening to English songs. We have to read books, watch television, and study at school. Let's practice. Is it possible to learn English simply by listening to English songs? Is it possible to learn English simply by listening to English songs? No, it
no,
isn't
it
possible
isn't
to learn
possible to
English
learn
simply
English
by listening
simply
to
by
English
listening
songs.
to English songs
Very good. Next, repeat by mistake.
by mistake.
Very good. Okay, listen, by mistake. For example, there were three books on the table. I took one book that wasn't mine. I thought it was mine. So it means I took the book by mistake. Let's practice. Have you ever taken things that weren't yours by mistake? Have you ever taken things that weren't yours by mistake? Yes or no?
Yes,
I've sometimes
I've
taken
sometimes
things that
taken
weren't
things
mine
that weren't
by
mine
mistake.
by mistake.
Have you shaken anybody's hand today? Have you shaken anybody's hand today? Yes or no?
No,
I haven't
I
shaken
haven't shaken
anybody's hand today.
anybody's hand today.
Have you written anything this lesson? Have you written anything this lesson? Yes or no?
No,
I haven't
I
written
haven't
anything
written
this lesson.
anything this lesson.
Very good. Next, repeat. If,
If,
whether,
whether,
doubt.
doubt.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word if and whether are conjunctions. The word whether means the same as if. We usually use whether when we have a doubt and say, for example, I don't know whether it'll rain tomorrow. So you have a doubt. Can you tell me whether he is in the office, please? And last one, I can't decide whether it's a good idea to go there. Doubt is a noun. For example, I want to buy a new shirt, but I'm not sure if my money is enough. I have a doubt if my money isn't enough. It means you're not sure. Doubt. Let's practice. What does the word whether mean and when do we generally use it? What does the word whether mean and when do we generally use it? The word weather
The word
means the
weather
same as
means
if,
the same
and
as
we
if,
generally use
and
it
we generally
when
use
we
it
express
when
a
we
doubt.
express a doubt.
Very good. Give me an example. Give me an example, please. I don't know whether
I don't know
he can
whether
speak English.
who can,
Huh? I
you,
don't know
I
whether
don't know
he
whether
can speak
he
English
can speak
or
English
not.
or not.
Do you know whether I have any money in my pocket? Do you know whether I have any money in my pocket? Yes or no?
No,
I don't know
I
whether
don't know
you
whether
have any
you have
money in
any
your
money
pocket.
in your
Yeah,
pocket.
I don't even have a pocket. Next. Do you have any idea whether they speak German or not? Do you have any idea whether they speak German or not? No, I don't
No,
have
I
any
don't have
idea
any
whether
idea
they speak
whether they
German or
speak
not.
German or not.
Can you tell me whether it'll rain tomorrow or not? Can you tell me whether it'll rain tomorrow or not? No, I can't tell
No, I
you
can't tell
whether
you
it'll rain
whether it
tomorrow
will
or
rain
not.
tomorrow or not.
Very good. Okay, next, listen. We also use the word weather when two possible actions have the same result. For example, first action. If I go to France for my holiday, I will have a good time. Second action. Also, if I go to Spain for my holiday, I will have a good time. Therefore, I can say, whether I go to France or Spain for my holiday, I will have a good time. Let's practice. What's another use of the word weather? What's another use of the word weather? Another use of
Another
the word
use
weather
of the
is
verb
when two
whether
possible
is when two
actions
possible
have the same
action
result.
have the same result.
Give me an example. Give me an example, please. Whether it rains
Whether
tomorrow
it
or not,
rains tomorrow or
I'll go
not,
for a walk.
I'll go for a walk.
But what's the difference between these two sentences? I'm going to buy the car if it's cheap, and I'm going to buy the car whether it's cheap or not. What's the difference between these two sentences? I'm going to buy the car if it's cheap, and I'm going to buy the car whether it's cheap or not. The difference between
The difference
those
between
two
those
sentences
two
is that
sentences is
the
that
first sentence
the
means
first
I'm going to
sentence
buy
means
the
I'm
car
going to buy the
only
car
if it's cheap,
only if it's cheap,
whereas the
whereas
second sentence
the
means
second
I'm
sentence
going to
means
buy the car. Uh,
going
I'm
to buy the car.
I'm going to buy
I'm
the
going
car
to buy the
if it's
car
cheap
if it's
or
cheap
expensive.
or
The
expensive.
price is not important.
The price is not important.
Very good. Let's repeat. Speed.
Speed.
Very good. Okay, listen. Speed is a noun. For example, in my country, a car can go 60 kilometers an hour when in town, 100 kilometers per hour when on a highway. Okay, the highest speed a car can go in my country is 60 kilometers an hour when in town. Let's practice. What is the highest speed a car can go when in town in your country? What is the highest speed a car can go when in town in your country? The highest speed
The
a
highest
car
speed
can go
a car
when
can
in
go
town
when in
in my
town
country
in my
is
country is 60
kilometers per hour.
kilometers per hour.
Very
Hour
per hour.
per hour.
Very good. Next, repeat. Surprise.
Surprise.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word surprise can be used as a noun and a verb. Surprise as a noun means, for example, when I woke up this morning, I saw a present beside me. It was a pleasant surprise. As a verb, it means, for example, my parents surprised me with a present when I woke up this morning. Let's practice. Do you like unpleasant surprises? Do you like unpleasant surprises? No, I don't
No,
like
I don't
unpleasant
like
surprises.
unpleasant surprises.
Does it surprise you when somebody from another country speaks your language well? Does it surprise you when somebody from another country speaks your language well? Yes or no?
Yes,
It surprises
it
me.
surprised to me.
Mama, it surprises
It
me.
surprises to
When
me.
no more two. It surprises me
It surprises me
when somebody from
when
another
somebody
country
from another
speaks my
country
language well.
speaks my language well.
Very good. Next, repeat struggle.
Struggle.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word struggle can be used as both a noun and a verb. As a noun, it means, for example, in winter, it's very cold. It's difficult for me to get up in a cold morning when I feel very tired. It's a big struggle for me to get up on a cold morning when I feel very tired. As a verb, it means I struggle to get up on a cold winter's morning when I feel very tired. Let's practice. Is it a big struggle for you to get up on a cold winter's morning when you feel very tired? Is it a big struggle for you to get up on a cold winter's morning when you feel very tired? Yes, it's a
Yes,
big struggle
it's
for
a
me
big struggle
to
for
get
me
up on a
to get
cold
up
winter's
on a
morning
cold
when I
winter
feel
morning when
when
I
I'm
feel
very tired.
very tired.
Do you sometimes struggle to understand people when they speak English quickly? Do you sometimes struggle to understand people when they speak English quickly? Yes, I
Yes,
sometimes
I
struggle
sometimes
to
struggle
understand
to
people
understand
when they
people
speak English
when they
quickly.
speak English quickly.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Surround.
Surround.
Very good. Okay, listen. Surround is a verb. It means to be around someone or to be around something. For example, the walls are around me. Or I can say the wall surrounds me. Let's practice. What surrounds your building? What surrounds your building? Some buildings
Some buildings
surrounds my building.
surround my building.
Very good again. Last one. Sword.
So,
Very good again. Listen, sword is a noun. For example, katana is a sword. Samurai use swords. Let's practice. When did soldiers stop using swords in battle? When did soldiers stop using swords in battle? Soldiers stopped using
soldiers stop
swords
using
in
swords
battle
in
more
battle
than 100 years
more than a
ago.
100 years ago.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading. Very good. Okay, so our reading is at stage 3, paragraph page 182. Okay, and our last headword was quick, slowly, adverb, thinker, writer. Okay, start with the first question. What's the difference?
What's the difference between the words quick and quickly? The difference between the words quick and quickly is that quick is an adjective, whereas quickly is an adverb. Give me an example of the difference, please. He is quick writer. He writes quickly. Do you speak English quickly? No, I don't speak English quickly, but I speak it quickly enough. Do people generally walk slowly when the weather is cold? No, people don't generally walk slowly when the weather is cold. They walk quickly. Can you text as quickly as you can speak? No, I can't text as quickly as I can speak. I text more slowly than I speak. Deep, shallow, university. What's the opposite of deep? The opposite of deep is shallow. Is the river Thames deeper than the Mediterranean Sea? No, the river Thames isn't deeper than the Mediterranean Sea. It's shallower than the Mediterranean Sea. Do people study subjects deeply at university? Yes, people study subjects deeply at university. Smoke, cigarette, ashtray. Do you smoke? No, I don't smoke. Which person in your family smokes the most? My father is the person in my family who smokes the most. How many cigarettes does he smoke a day? He smokes 10 cigarettes a day. When people smoke, where do they put
Put
the ash? When people smoke, they put the ash in an ashtray.
very good.
Wait, if you arrive too early at the station, what must you do? If I arrive too early at the station, I must wait for the train.
Mhm.
Do you like waiting? No, I don't like waiting. I dislike waiting. If you arrive here at the school 10 minutes too early, how long must you wait for the lesson begin? If I arrive here at the school 10 minutes too early, I must wait 10 minutes for the lesson to begin. Is it pleasant to wait for somebody in the rain? No, it isn't pleasant to wait for somebody in the rain. It's unpleasant. Ever, never. What's the difference between the words ever and never? The difference between the words ever and never is that the word ever is positive and is generally used in questions. Whilst
One
the
more.
words
Whilst
whilst
the word.
the word never is negative.
Hmm.
Does it ever snow in the south of Italy in summer? No, it never snows in the south of Italy in summer. Do you ever come here on Sunday? No, I never come here on Sunday.
Okay, very
Does the
good. So we stop there for today, but very good practice, very good reading and dictation. Thank you very much. See you again next lesson.